Hi everyone, Daniel from LMN here. For this week's tips and tricks, we're looking at a few key practices when it comes to creating additional versions of the same estimate when you've already published an estimate to your customer. So let's say we've sent one off and now they're considering signing it, but we've made some changes and we need to republish a new version of the estimate. Do we create a separate entry altogether, or do we make the edits here, go to print reports, and click update proposal? The main difference is that by updating proposal, we're given the option to save PDF history, meaning the version that they got last time is going to get attached. So you'll see that under portal, and you'll see I have a string of archived versions here. And the customer, on the other hand, will be notified that they've received a new version, and they can see the number of it here. And they can click on view proposal to see what it's all about. And if they get curious and want to refer back to what the previous versions were like, they can click on any of these buttons to download it. The other approach means that you'd have separate estimates that were published separately. So each of them would have their own portal tabs, own estimate entries, and their own separate landing pages as well. So think about it. If you're sending different versions of the same bid, they might end up communicating with you through the comments on those separate landing pages. Once you get into that territory, it's quite likely that a non-tech savvy customer might sign the wrong bid. And that is really thinking worst case scenario, but who wouldn't think that? If me as a contractor, I'm risking starting to build a patio on the wrong bid, and then the customer tells me halfway through, that's material and labor already spent. So to really cover our bases here, you should keep it in the same entry because that way the customer always knows what they're looking at and what they're actually signing. And at least due diligence wise, you've done everything you could on your end to keep things as consistent as you can. The only instance that I really would go ahead and create separate estimates on their own is if it's a change order that's a different work or part of the work altogether that needs its own signature, or maybe it's such a large change that we need to look at it completely separately. There are a lot of moving parts here. If that is the case, you could always use the Relations tab to indicate that it's an enhancement or a change order, and then use this green button to link it to another estimate belonging to the same customer. And this is strictly for internal record keeping. The customer will never see this link, but it helps you keep track of what estimate belongs to which estimate. If we look here, it says it's related to this estimate. If we open that estimate separately, we'll notice that it shows that it's also related to the other estimate called change order. That's it for tips and tricks today. I hope that's helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more.